Hey all, Govinda. This is Madhalasa from Channel ML. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about a serious issue, which I felt is a serious issue because I don't want to, make to portray Sriman Narayana as a bad person as portrayed in Bhagavatam. At the same time, I'm not stating like Bhagavatam uh, is a bad Puranic book, whatever. In Bhagavatam, in 10th canto, there was a chapter where the song of the bee, where, when Uddhavar came to Vrindavan again to pass on the message from Sri Krishna to his mom Yashoda as well as to the Gopika Sris. Like one of the Gopika Sris was talking to a bee, thinking like it might be like messenger from Sri Krishna directly, and she, I mean, out of her prakriti, she used to chastise Narayana, left and right. I mean, when I read it, people are saying it's because out of love she was trying to, like chastise him. But when I discussed the same with my husband, he told me that's not the truth. So I thought, why should I, let you all know? Because when I read it, I felt the same thing, why it is happening. I mean, why is she chastising him? I mean, like, what mistake did he do and everything? So I thought, I mean, again, I'm saying I'm just letting everybody know the truth. I mean, truth always bitter. So all I want to know is, Sriman Narayana is not like that. So I'm not against berating him or chastising him, but I will explain, what is mentioned in that Bhagavatam book. um, so I guess, like, out of madness, extreme anxiety and extreme depression, she started berating him as she started portraying him as a womanizer, where she would mention, you left me and went to Mathura, and you're just, having enjoying with the Mathura girls. So that's exactly the portrayal of womanizer. So I mean, like, definitely Sriman Narayana is not a womanizer like the people here in this materialistic world. um, because, like, I know everybody would have an infatuation towards each other. Everybody would have thought at one point of time, okay, why can't we have an external marital affair? Or, why can't we have a one night stand? Of course people might not accept it, but because that is what this materialistic world is about, so we have to, accept the reality, saying, like, okay, we cannot be completely out of infatuation or anything. Rather, it's better to accept the truth, right? But we are not, like, courageous enough to accept the truth to anybody, right? That's why, we have Sriman Narayana, and APN Swami clearly said, you can share any top secret with him, because he, I mean, it doesn't mean that he doesn't know. He knows everything, but if he tells him, like, he will help. That's how I told to my husband, and he helped me. So he's still helping me. I'm not saying he stopped helping me. He's still helping me, because, like, I have shared all of my secrets with him, whom, I mean, like, which I did not share with anyone else, not even with my parents or anything like that. That's what APN's mommy said, even though we have different relations here, we might not be able to share certain bitter truth, or certain mistakes which we have done. And we have been, struggling to keep it within ourselves. So those things, and Sriman Narayana will not, mistake us. I mean, rather, he'd feel happy that, you shared the secret with him. I mean, despite he knows everything, he's supreme. So and rather, he would really like to help. So what I'm trying to mention here is, despite being chastising a supreme person as womanizer, think about it, guys. I know, if if your son was being, like, chastised as womanizer, if your husband was being chastised as womanizer, tagged him as womanizer, how do you feel? I mean, we all feel very upset, right? Rather upset, we all feel angry, right? But this particular gopi, who's so called Radharani, I don't know, like, whether she's Radha or not, because I don't believe her existence. As other Sampradaya said, even Sri Velukudi Krishna Swami clearly said, like, there is no other person Radha. It is not mentioned in any Purana. So I know, like, different Sampradayas, different perspective, but it is not mentioned in any Purana. Maybe it might be in 19th Purana, as Velukudi Krishnan Swami says. 19th Purana means there is only 18 Puranas, important Puranas. So 19th Purana means that Purana does not even exist at all. So I don't believe her existence. So one gopi chastised him as womanizer, portrayed him, and not even portrayed, she chastised him as a womanizer. But Srimad Narayana is not a womanizer like the people here in this materialistic world. But despite being chastised, like he loved her, and he just showered only his love. So then think about the sweetness, in yes, he is supreme personality. That doesn't mean that we can chastise him to this locally. I mean, to this level, we should not bring him down to this level, saying like he's stone hearted, he's a womanizer, and then like he doesn't understand my feelings and everything. I mean, I cannot put myself in that situation. If somebody attacks me as something like that, and I would really get mad and I would leave that place, or I would just cut that relationship. But Srimanana did not cut the relationship. That's a difference. So I'm looking at the sweetness at the same time. We shouldn't take it for granted, saying yeah, he is supreme. He does not have feelings, and he accepts whatever we say. Yes, I do agree that he accepts whatever we share, or we can berate him, but there is a limit to it, right? We should respect his personality. I wouldn't say supremacy, leave supremacy, at least as a personality. We should respect him. This shows his supreme sweetness. That's what I would say. So another thing is whatever secrets you might have, which is burdening you, share it with him. Nothing would happen. It's not he will punish you or nothing like that, because I know about him. So he will never ever punish us. Otherwise, how will we supreme? Or how do you have a sweet personality, right? If he does not have the sweetest personality, then he would have chopped off her head, was saying, or tagging him as womanizer, or you would have get mad at her, saying how could you tag me as womanizer and everything. But he did not, because he's just trying to tolerating us. People were saying we are tolerating him. That is so stupid. He's only tolerating us. So I mean, don't believe in that he's going to punish us, or whatever is happening is because of he's punishing us. It's not because of he's punishing us. In every situation, he's protecting us, trying to stop certain action, because he really wants us not to take any drastic steps because of this karma and everything. So this is based upon my personal experience. I've seen him. I've seen my husband saving me in every situation. So so you know what, I felt like I should share it with you all. So share the secret with Sriman Narayana. I mean, he will never ever think bad about it. Rather, he would feel happy to that you can be all connected with him. One example is this. One gopi, she's just a gopi, a soul like us. She tagged him as womanizer. He did not care, but I felt bad, because we should at least give respect to others, rather than tagging others unnecessarily, or cooking up stories. So that's all I would like to share. I know some people might feel offended that I'm chastising gopika streets. I don't care, because as I said before, certain things we have to accept it. At least for his personality, we should respect him, because giving respect is more important than saying I'm just loving you. Because all gopikas, we say, oh, I love Shri Krishna, I love Shri Krishna, I love Shri Krishna. But when I read all those things, I really felt bad. Why are they behaving like this? If you really love a person, you berate him. There is a limit for it, but you should control your words, right? I mean, that's very important in relationship. Even in the materialistic world, in order to maintain a relationship, in order to revive a relationship, we have to control our words. So in that case, then what's the use in saying I'm in love with Sri Krishna, if she couldn't control her tongue, and then chastising as much as she want, then that means they are not loving them truly, right? It's just a fake love. um, so I know other sambardaya people might get offended, or try to tell me. I don't care. My husband is always there to support me, so I just want to let you all know. So that's why in Sri Sambardaya We don't read Bhagavatam. I mean, we consider Bhagavatam, but we won't treat it as equal as Vishnu Puranam, because that is in Vishnu Puranam it is not mentioned about this at all. Song of the Bee. Another thing is like another thing, we consider Ramayanam as a highest form of um, idihasam. Um, because like because each and every incident of Ramayana would let you know about like the managerial skills, starting from managerial skills, how to handle, how to like revive your marital status, how to be kind, polite, and how to handle certain people, when we should keep quiet, when we should try to support ourselves, self defense, everything is being like mentioned in Ramayana. It's just like it might look like, oh, it might look like a simple story, but if we try to like listen to an upanyasam from the right person, because my husband like made me to listen to a few of the upanyasam where they were mentioning about like the manager skills, because I always have the struggle of when to talk or when to stop talking. I always had the struggle of that. So my husband told me to listen to Ramayanam, and then like in that the upanyasakar clearly told this is an example of when we should speak. I mean, it doesn't mean that like talking back always wins, right? Like that's not our goal. Sometimes we have to be silent and we have to do the work and show our work, show our anger through action, rather than trying to like it's like an empty pot, empty vessels make more noise, right? So likewise, so I learned everything from that, because I did not realize like this these nuances from Ramayana. So thanks to my hubby. Love you, sweetheart. So that's why in South India we consider Ramayana a lot, because that will teach us how to respect others, how to teach manners, and then like even like in a marital relationship how we should respect each other, and then like whether it's like between parents and kids, whatever relationship it be, and even like in at work how we should behave, the general good manners and everything, like it is mentioned. I mean, like I'm pretty sure there's still some secrets or inner secret behind it, but whatever it is, like whatever we got, there are much more to learn from it. um, so another thing is like in Bhagavatam, like there are certain things like which my husband, I felt it was really bad. I mean, it was, I wouldn't say wrong, but it is portraying uh, I mean, like it's a negative thought among the people. Um, so I discussed with my husband. He did share a few of the things. So I will share it in the next video because I don't want to bombard it. So stay safe. Um, have a nice day. Goda Govinda.